Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. This is part 8 of my Minimalish series. Today's video is a little different than what we've done the past 7 videos. We started in October, so it's been about 2.5 months, so I've had some time to live with all of this and decide if I want to make any final tweaks, any more decluttering. So we're going to go through all of the spaces that we have done, most of the spaces, and we're just going to see if there's anything else that I want to get rid of, any tweaks I want to make, and there are some that I do make along the way. So right now I am just putting some museum putty, I believe that's what it's called. I will link it below. I saw this in a video that Amanda from This Crazy Life did just recently. I wanted to fix these containers inside the drawer more firmly. They kept sliding around, and I already had something underneath to keep them in place, but they just kept sliding around. So she mentioned this in one of her more recent videos that I saw. So I was like, I need to try this out. So I purchased it, and so far so good. So I did want to do that. We're not doing any decluttering in this drawer, but I'm going to go down this column of drawers and secure all of the containers that are in each of them. You know, it's kind of funny to me because lately I feel like when I open any of my cabinets or my drawers, they're so tidy and neat and there's not a lot of clutter, and I'm loving it. But I feel like the rest of my house is falling apart. Is anybody else feeling like that? Like the Christmas wrapping paper is everywhere. Like my living room is a disaster, you guys. And I just kind of feel like the rest of there's little piles I need to work on. I just get so busy and distracted and tired, and I don't have the energy. So we're going to definitely have to do some cleaning around here pretty soon. But it's just funny to me because I feel like usually when you have like guests coming over, or just in general when you clean up, the surface, like what you can see with your eyes, just like looking without opening any drawers or cabinets, that's like the clean part, right? That's the part we usually kind of pick up, and then you open up the cabinet and you have a bunch of junk in there. And for me, it's the opposite lately, and it's kind of made me laugh. But anyway, so we are down below the bathroom sink. If you guys remember, I used to keep my hot tools under here in like a little hot tool container, and I moved those, and somebody mentioned putting cleaning supplies under here because I had my caddy like on my shelf behind my bedroom door. So I put the caddy below here, but it's just too cluttered. I don't like it. I do like having my cleaning supplies here. I just don't like having it in the caddy. I don't really need it because I don't go anywhere really with the caddy, if that makes any sense. I just reach right under here and clean the sink and the mirror. So I don't need to like travel to different rooms. So anyways, I decided to go to my little organizing bin that I had, and I found some Lazy Susans. These are ones that I've already owned, and I am just going to put all the cleaning supplies that I like to have in my bathroom on these Lazy Susans. I will say I would love to get a larger one, just one, to eliminate having 3, but this is what I had on hand. I didn't want to order any special, so maybe one day I will purchase a larger one, similar to the one that I have on top of my dryer. It's very large, and it takes up the surface of the top of my dryer, like the complete surface. So I think it would fit under here, and I think that would be nice, or maybe one just slightly smaller. So anyways, we get those taken care of, all the bottles taken care of, and then I had this duster and this scrubber that I use for the sink, and I didn't just want to leave it there, so I'm going to try to put one of these organizers that I have underneath my kitchen sink, you'll see later, to hold all of the scrubby brushes and all of that. So I'm going to try to do that, and then I realized, just because of the way that it's built, like I don't even know what it's called, the trim around the cabinet, if you can kind of see, these would not fit in it. Like this container wouldn't fit. So I have to take it down, and then the next morning I just threw up some command hooks to hold the duster and the scrubber, and those work just fine. Wanted to take a quick peek in my nightstand. I didn't think there were any changes that I needed to make, but I have learned, even if you think that, it's best to just take a peek. You never know. And there were a few things that I went ahead and decluttered. Some of the oils that were in the drawer I needed to bring back downstairs, and I took like one of the extra water bottles out and just made a couple tweaks. It's still pretty nice and organized in here. So now we're in my closet. This was a big job. I'm going to link this whole series below. The closet was a big one. If you are looking for some decluttering motivation, it was crazy how it looked. I still haven't gotten started on my photos. That is a stack of photos. That's a big project I want to work on still. I did like purchase the organizer for it. I just got to get to it. I think after the holidays and all of that, you know, I'll get to it. So I'm moving Darren's hats back to the front of the closet. I had moved them to the back because I didn't like seeing them, and then I was like, well, that's silly because now he's not even touching them. And I have these hat organizers, you know, some of the hats fell, so we're just gonna put those back, move the hat organizer to the front. I'm gonna take out some of the loose hangers, straighten up the closet a bit. It's still very nice and tidy, and I'm loving it. Like, it's just so refreshing to open this door and see how clean and organized and simple and decluttered this whole space is. And I even went through some of the shirts on my side, you'll see in a minute, and I got rid of some. It's like a process, you know, you do a lot of decluttering, and then, you know, I was in this room, like not even 2 months ago, and we got rid of so much, but even still, there were still some shirts. I was like, you're really not going to wear that. So I went ahead and decluttered even more. Look at that pile on my shoulder, you guys. I'm so proud of myself. We're getting rid of even more. I'd love to like toss half of Darren's shirts, but he's not as big into the decluttering as I am. So I did get him when we did the closet, if you remember. I did get him to get rid of some, but he likes to hold on to things a little bit more than I do. So we're going to just kind of keep tidying up in here, and then we're going to check some of the drawers in my room and see if I need to get rid of anything in the drawers or make any adjustments. What are you guys doing for decluttering? Have you been decluttering along with me? Are you going to be doing it after the new year? I know a lot of people, everybody's so different. Like, some people like to declutter and clean up before Christmas. Some people just do it whenever, which I guess is when I do it. Some people like to do it after the beginning of the year, just to start with a fresh start and feel refreshed and clean and simplified for the new year. When are you guys doing it all? Some people like to do it during the spring. Is there a time that you like to do it? I'm just genuinely curious because I know springtime's coming up, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do for spring? Am I going to like deep clean? Am I going to be doing decluttering? I don't know. What else is there to declutter in my house? I mean, there's always something, obviously. I'm still, as you can see, making adjustments, but I don't know if I could do like a big heavy declutter in the spring, you know? I don't know. I'm really proud of myself though, because I've actually gotten to that point where I don't really know what else I could declutter. So I made a few adjustments in my linen closet. I love my linen closet. I don't know why, it's just like one of my favorite spaces. Now we're downstairs in my tornado of a living room. I didn't even want to show you guys what it looked like. And we're gonna try to get rid of some of the blankets. This was really bothering me. I pulled 2 out, but I'm like looking and I'm like, oh, but I love this one. I love this one. The reason is because the living room has been so cluttered with blankets and wrapping paper and wrapping tools and of course gifts and the tree, and everything's just so crowded and it's driving my son bananas. And he's like, Mom, we got to get rid of some of these blankets. I was like, okay, I'm going to be going through the house again. I'll see what I can get rid of. So I did choose 2. And then I popped into the linen closet. I'm just kidding, the utility closet, and was checking to see if there was anything in there that I needed to fix. Not really. And I'm in Charlie's little cabinet now, and of course he has to come over and see what I'm up to. So I do take a few things out of here and declutter and straighten up, and then we're just going to keep on moving to the next area. So now we are underneath my kitchen sink. It's still pretty tidy. We were just in my kitchen and I think like 2 or 3 videos ago, but I wanted to add a second organizer right here because my gloves, if I leave them on the top, I also put my scrubby there, and I've noticed because my scrubby will sometimes still be a little wet, the gloves get wet and slimy. And if you remember when I was in this area on my kitchen declutter, when I moved the gloves, they were just like slimy and gross. There was even like a bug in it. It was like, it was nasty. And also they had started to like fade from being wet constantly. So I wanted to put my gloves in like a separate section. So I go ahead and add a organizer right there in the middle, obviously, put my gloves there. And then we're just going to see if there's any straightening up that I need to do, just kind of upkeep really. And then we're going to put the scrubby back on the top shelf. So this is another area. Obviously we were just here for my kitchen declutter, but it was really bothering me. I just can't seem to get this cabinet right. I wanted to go in and just see if I could make any adjustments, do any decluttering. I've thought about getting some baskets. Let me know what you guys think. It's just where I keep like all of my surplus cleaning supplies. But I don't know. There's really not much I can do with it. I did make a few adjustments, moved some things around. I do think it looks a lot nicer than it did, and it's more organized. But I think I might try to get some baskets. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think. And then we're just going to go to the cabinets in the kitchen and see if there's any adjustments that I need to make here. There really wasn't. Like I said, we were just here. I did want to take all of my Halloween mugs and put them on the top shelf. All of my Halloween and fall mugs, since I won't be needing those for another year, and then just rearrange some of the other mugs. So this area was really bothering me, all of my essential oils. I have so many, and I recently saw some organizers for essential oils that I thought I would like to try. Instead of having them all cluttered on this organizer, it's just a little overwhelming, I suppose. And also, it's hard to see what I have, so I thought these organizers would work. So I'm just going through and seeing which ones are empty and that I can toss. And there actually were, like, I think 3 or 4 that I was able to get rid of because they were empty. And also, I purchased my mom a diffuser for Christmas. She really, really wanted one, similar to the globe one that I had before. And I figured I would give her some of the oils that I don't use or maybe had duplicates of, just so she can get started and try. I also put some to the side for her, and I'm just going to try to fit these organizers in this junk drawer right here on this little space. And I realized quite quickly that there would not be enough room because I have so many oils. So I'm going to make a last minute decision to move those over to my buffet, the organizers, which works because typically I keep my diffuser on my buffet. I just have it over here because my Christmas town's there. So right now I'm just going through and I'm counting how many I had, realizing, okay, this isn't gonna work. We're gonna go over here and clean this drawer out and put my organizers on this top drawer, but I'm gonna make a few adjustments. I was just gonna like throw this in. Look, I'm like, oh, we'll just do this. And then I go to close it. I'm like, oh, you can do better than that. The struggle is real sometimes to like be organized. Sometimes you just want to like throw things in there and you're done, you know, out of sight, out of mind. But I decided to go get one of my organizers and put the candy in that, so it's at least semi-organized in this drawer. We're going to put that game, the Connect 4 thing there, and the pictures I like to put on my picture board. We put all those there. And now I'm going to move the organizers for the oils to this drawer. We're going to get all of the oils alphabetized and then put over into the organizers. I have seen some people organize these like color coded, and I just don't like that. It doesn't make sense to me. Like if I want to grab lavender, I know because I use it so often that's purple, but some of them I don't know their color and I don't want to have to hunt around for it. So I just like to put them in alphabetical order. It just makes more sense to me and it makes it easier. So that is what we are going to do. right, so here is my donate pile. I know it's not much, but I mean, it's something, right? Some clothes I pulled out from my closet. Charlie was having some issues with his anal gland a month or two ago, but we are no longer having issues with that, and we're not going to mess with it because the doctor said he's a large dog, so we shouldn't have any further issues. What was going on is taken care of. So I'm going to, I have two of my good friends have small pets, so I might just give this to them. Some of these sock things for your feet when you're mopping, some blankets. I'm really proud of myself for getting rid of some of the blankets because we have so many. Probably I'll end up going through more. We'll see. But anyways, there's my little donate pile. Even though we just went through everything, we still had some things to get rid of, so you never know. So that is gonna wrap this video up. The next video I'm really excited about is going to be an organized home tour. I love watching organized home tours. There's even a few of my favorites that I've rewatched multiple times because they're just so motivating and satisfying to me. So anyways, I'm so excited that I get to do my own organized home tour. So that will be the next video. I thought it would be nice to go through and like look at all of the cabinets and drawers and everything that we've done, check it all out. It's not going to be the end of the Minimalish series. Remember, we're going to continue after the first of the year sometime when we can get to the garage. And that's going to be a huge project in and of itself, but I'm ready for it. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe if you enjoyed hanging out with me today, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, friends.